And we're on the Prowl. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of On the Prowl, the Daily Princetonian's weekly sports telecast. My name is Vikram and I'm executive editor for sports here at the Daily Princetonian. And I'm seated alongside Gabe Debenedetti, associate editor for sports. Hello, Gabe.
Hi, Vikram.
Well, Gabe, let's start by talking about the football team. It's been a tough season this year for the Tigers, and on Saturday, Princeton faced Harvard. How'd things go, Gabe?
Well, once again, not very well. Harvard was heavily favored heading into the game, and Princeton's had a pretty tough year, as you mentioned.
Absolutely.
With a new first-year head coach and a ton of injuries, the Tigers really aren't at the top of their potential game. They lost 45-28 with a few different quarterbacks in. None of them Tommy Warnham, the injured junior quarterback who should be starting. Senior Andrew Dixon had his first career start. Freshman Connor Kelly chipped in. It ultimately was not enough, as Harvard was really able to just run over the very, very injured Tiger defense.
Absolutely. You got to give it to the coaching staff, though. The Tigers did pull out a few trick plays, including a tight end pass and a running back pass, both of which went for touchdowns.
Yeah, and a wide receiver rush for a touchdown in Trey Peacock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they really did pull out all the stops on Saturday, but it really just wasn't enough. Harvard is too good a team. And really, you got to think that the Tigers are looking forward to next season. They could beat Cornell next weekend, but other than that, it's not looking great. They could have a chance against Dartmouth as well.
Yeah, the Crimson rushed for north of 300 yards against Princeton's defense, and it's very hard to win games when you let that happen.
Yeah.
Moving on, the field hockey team had two games this weekend. They started the weekend off against Harvard and shut the Crimson out 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much a comprehensively decent performance from the Tigers. They're ranked number 5 in the nation. Harvard's not very good. The Tigers regularly crush the rest of the Ivy League. This was a fairly standard result for them. However, they won on the road and played number 11 Penn State today, lost 1-0. Not only was this a remarkably low-scoring game, the Tigers just really didn't have it today. They have one of the highest-scoring teams in the country. Kat Sharkey, junior striker, is the leading scorer in the nation, but no goals today. The Tigers have lost a few close games to other ranked opponents this year, and they really cannot afford to keep doing that if they want to go far in the NCAA tournament, as they did last year, getting to the Final Four.
Absolutely. It's been a couple of games now against teams that are, you would say, about on their level, that Princeton has dropped close decisions.
Yeah, I think we'll see them drop a little bit in the polls this week, as there are a few weeks in a row now where they've won one Ivy League game and lost an out-of-conference game.
Right, absolutely. The men's soccer team played Harvard this weekend and came away with another positive result, winning 2-1.
Yeah, they were down 1-0 at halftime, and this is a nationally televised game on ESPNU against Harvard, which is a very good team in the Ivy League, as the Tigers are. This is, they're on a pretty good win streak, the Tigers are. They were down 1-0 at halftime again, then scored 2 quick goals fairly early in the second half to grab the victory. It was a fairly good result, and they remain in the top of the Ivy League.
Absolutely. Princeton and Penn are both undefeated in Ivy League play. Both teams are 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
The women's soccer team also played Harvard this weekend, and things didn't go quite as well for them.
No, for the second straight game, the Tigers dropped the result to an Ivy League opponent. They lost to Columbia last weekend and lost a big one, 4-0 to Harvard this weekend. Harvard is a very good team, but the Tigers were expecting to do a little bit better.
Yeah.
And Harvard just came to town and comprehensively took apart the Tigers. They'll really be looking to do better, but all is not lost for them. The Ivy League is not out of reach. They're still a fairly positive-looking and good team.
Absolutely. Well, folks, thank you for joining us for this week's podcast. We look forward to seeing you next week on the Prowl.